Howdy folks, let me just adjust my, there we go. Hey, howdy everyone. I hope everyone can hear me and see me this fine day, and it is a fine day. Just give me a shout in the chat, just to let me know that everything is hunky-dory. Welcome back to the shed, everyone. Picture and sound all good. Thank you very much, Dino, and a very good afternoon to you. And Clive, yes, just over my shoulder, there's a bottle of Peroni. There's Ben in the chat. Hey, hello, Ben. Nice to see you. Hope your Alaska trip was everything you hoped it would be. Simon Trains Motor Railway Showcase. Shout. Me? Shout? Never. Very quietly spoken. Ray Bertelson and Chuck Schreiber, a very good morning to you. Dino's in the chat. Grandpa Rails, JD, nice to see you. John Dilly, number one. John, number one. You said give me a shout. Yeah, okay, yeah. Trust Simon to take things literally. March West Junction Andy has joined the chat. A very good afternoon, Andy. Nice to see you. John and Holly, always a pleasure to have you aboard. Yes, indeed. A nice dry week for a change. Yes, England, wet. This particular week, dry and very nice too. Anthony Dodge, a very good morning to you in the United States of America. Cool shirt, yeah. Knights of the Rhomboid table. And it fits. Well, hey, Colin, not working. Not working. Yay! Well done, Colin. Can't say you haven't a small amount to do on your layout, but I'm sure you'll be in action in some way or another, as usual. Yes, the weather fine at the moment, 80 degrees. The shed's pleasantly warm. 156 Andrew has joined us. Very good afternoon, Andrew. Hope you are well and as well as can be expected, as they say. Yeah, so I've been doing a little bit of DIY, renewing some guttering around the back of the house. Not too difficult. It's just getting it just the way you want it. The best thing to do is just not to rush it and not have any rain. So been laying track and weathering the track. Oh, okay. Yeah, that can be pretty tedious there, Colin. So all power to your elbow. Yes, just over here. There's my refreshment for today. I'm sure Clive will go, Europiss, Peroni. But it's not actually mine, it's Richard, so I snatched it. As any good father should. So, yes, without much further ado, here is the Sparky's Great Canadian Meet and Greet 2025 can opener, bottle opener, and it works. So let me just give you all a salutation. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, there are bubbles rising to the top, so this is a good sign. Cheers. Let you da. Right, okay, yes. I gather that's cheers in Welsh. If Chris is not in the chat, then only Ben would know. Absolutely, yeah. Nice beer on a pleasantly warm day. Shocking, absolutely shocking. Yes. What, on an adult channel? Oh, dear. Good health. Yes, that's the first beer I've had all week, so I don't really make a habit of it. Um, doesn't really aid in your DIY when you're staggering around the place drunk. But no, that's something that's left in the teens. Uh, so yes, a beer occasionally is very good. Unfortunately, I didn't bring a glass with me, so continental style, and very nice it is too. Pennsy Day today. Um, Pennsylvania K4 is out with a suitable rake of what are they? Blue box coaches, and the E6, which is an Atlantic wheel arrangement, a 442. That's on the other track, pulling a coal rake, and this time I've put Floyd Robbins' caboose on the back, which you will see right there. I'm pointing, look. Don't forget to hit the like. Yes, indeed. Yes, if you'd be kind enough to hit the like button. It's great for all that internet mumbo jumbo that they go on about. I'm currently drinking coffee and watching on the smart TV chilling. Well, that's very nice. And a very good afternoon, Shedley Wood Model Railway. Yeah, chilling is the thing to do on a Sunday. It's the Sabbath, and it's supposed to be relaxed, absolutely relaxed, and we are. Dara's Locomotive Shed, very good afternoon to you too. The shortbread like button, yes, pop that if you feel so disposed. Right, I think if I've missed anybody in the chat, I do apologise. Just put the words in bold, just so I can see that you've arrived, and I can say landfair. Go go go. Yeah, I'll bet you can. Yes, you've probably visited it as well. And Anthony, I still haven't had that shave. What a stop out. Sorry about that. I'll try and clean up for next Sunday. What can I say? Anyway, let's get things moving. She's moving. Yes, she's moving. There's movement. I'll get her up to a decent speed. Sounds off at the moment. Otherwise, you know how it gets to be a cacophony. And I can say cacophony. Curly, Dwight Curly, the one and only Dwight, has joined us. Very good morning to you, Dwight. This one's for Dwight. Cheers, Dwight. I know beer is not the thing to have first thing in the morning, but yeah, probably a nice coffee with your breakfast would go down well. Right, that's up to a fair speed, a fair old lick, as they say up in Yorkshire. Let's just recall around until I find the correct number for the Pennsylvania E6. And off she goes. "32 speed steps." I think this one's particularly low geared, so we're up to 50 speed steps now, and she's still just trickling around. So maybe a little faster. I don't want to put her under too much strain. Those coal hoppers have got quite a bit of weight in them, because obviously they've had resin coal put on top and painted. They do look quite convincing, but they're quite heavy. So, okay. A little bit faster. That's it. We are pulling something around 0.4 of an amp. So, all looking good. I think these particular ones are about 20 milliamps each, mostly because these are made of metal. The MTH K4 is die cast, and the E6 is a brass hybrid, I believe. If I can see the box, I'm not sure about that. It may well be die cast also, but they're quite heavy. They've got quite powerful motors, and they do soak up quite a bit of power. So 0.4, 0.45, something like that. We're pulling nearly half an amp. So not bad. Curly is spamming the chat, but he still hasn't managed to get his crown yet. That's it. Keep going, Dwight. Keep going. You'll get there. Shameful plug, but if you want to hear me say that long Welsh name, I do say it in this evening's video from The Greatest Gathering. Ah, excellent. So you finally edited it and it is suitable for public consumption. That's including me. So I'll watch that. I'll watch that tonight. I'll be waiting for it. So as soon as that little bing comes up, straight in there. Cheers, everybody. It's such a lovely day. It really is. 5 p.m. Oh, okay, that's 5 p.m. UK time, which will be, what will that be? That'll be about midday Eastern Standard Time, 5 hours behind. So, yeah, around about midday, Simon Train's showcase will be giving extended coverage of the Great Gathering. Cheers, John. Yeah, absolutely. Have another beer. Don't mind if I do. Also, it be on my other channel. Oh, okay. You've got more than one channel? Okay. Right. Does your channel have a pointer to the other channel on it? If that's the case, then yeah, it should be easy enough to navigate. My late father's last trip was to Model Rail Crew. Yeah, and a lovely day that was too. Yeah, met lots of people, and I did get my shortbread. In fact, I had 2 bits of shortbread. The first one I ate, the second one went in my bag. I thought, I'll have that on the trip home. Forgot all about it. As soon as I got home, the dog greeted me, as she usually does, with a waggy tail. Nose went straight in the bag. Crunch, crunch, crunch. I thought, what on earth is there in that bag that she can possibly eat? And it was only when I remembered later, I put the biscuit in there. Had a look in the bag, biscuit gone, crumbs in the bottom. Blondie says, thank you very much, Andrew. It was delicious. It's going to get 33 to 34 centigrade. That's pretty steep stuff, with the heat index near 37, 38. So 37, 38 in the shade. Getting ready to get on the river early this morning before the heat sets in. Absolutely good idea. Yeah, the one thing you don't want is heat stroke when you're bobbing around on the water. Yeah, no water speed records, please. Can you imagine that, a kayak from an outboard? Yeah, very funny. I'll laugh at that. I can. It's my channel. Yes, I have more than one channel. Oh, okay. Other channel. Well, it doesn't matter. We'll find it because we're expecting it. And when it doesn't show up, we'll go looking for it. Because that's the kind of people we are. So, yes, lovely day. I've got some old guttering to clear up after this. Saw it down so it will fit in the car. Up the dump. Boo! Bye. I'm not sure PVC can be recycled. Colin might know that one. Colin, can PVC guttering be recycled? It doesn't have a recycling triangle on it, and I'm not sure PVC can go in with plastics. Am I that worried? No, it's going to go up the dump. But there you go. James, a very good morning to you and all of the crew in Canada. Good old Canada. But hey, the maple leaf. I hope you are suitably reclined and watching from a position of complete comfort, James, because you've obviously had a heart operation, and when they say take it easy, they mean take it easy. And a very good evening to Monsville Railways. Always great to see you. Welcome into the chat. No, it has to be separate to the plastic. Yeah, that's what I figured. I didn't think PVC could be recycled. It's not like the other kind of PVs. It's not like your household waste type hard plastic packaging. It's something different. So yeah, that will be going up the dump and offloaded. If you were here, you'd have to make an appointment to go in the dump, and DIY waste is chargeable. Bloody cheek. And they wonder why people still fly tip. Yeah, absolutely. If you're going to make things impossible for people or charge them funny money, I'm sorry. Asbestos can be put in the normal rubbish, right? Asking for a friend. No. Very dangerous stuff, that. If you're caught, there'll be a hell of a fine for that one. You have to get a specialist contractor to take that away and dispose of it correctly. And they will then give you a slip of paper which has their registered name, and because you have to be registered to dispose of asbestos, and it will have all kinds of legislative writing on it. So that's the way to get rid of asbestos. Yeah, you don't want to be anywhere near that stuff, particularly if it's broken. If it's in one piece and it hasn't been sawn or screwed into or drilled, it's fine. If it's encapsulated, even better, painted. But no, you don't want to mess with that stuff. Dad's funeral next Monday at Falkirk Creme at 10:45. I'd love to go and pay my respects, but yeah, that geographically that's not quite possible. But yeah, say a prayer for us, Andrew. Typical councils do that. We have to make appointments to take rubbish to their dump. I mean, that's just ridiculous. They're just trying to put obstacles in the way. That's all. And we have to pay for a brown bin, which is garden waste, which is absolutely ridiculous. And it's something like £50 a year, just because they can't manage our council tax money correctly. You can take it to the tip up here, but it has to be double wrapped and they won't touch it. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, but that's probably asbestos roofing, which is asbestolux, which is not really the same thing as asbestos board. But there you go. Yeah, pretty nasty stuff. There you go, Melbourne. There was an allowance of asbestos you could give to the landfill as long as you double wrapped it in strong plastic, no questions asked. Yeah, the legislation is somewhat different, particularly if you're on public property like a school or something like that. Yes, we do. We use our compost bins instead, as we refuse to pay for the garden bin. Well, we've got 4 or 5 trees, 4, 5, 6 trees in our garden. They shed a lot of leaves, and there is no way you could get like £150 worth of leaves into a compost bin. So yeah, we have to have it. The trees need maintenance, they need pruning, lots of grass clippings because I've got a lawn front and back. Yeah, it's worth it. But all this dump business is just a money spinner. Local dump area is free and covered in your rates bill. Well, that's as it should be. but they've gradually whittled away at it and saying, oh, well, we can't afford this, and if you want this service, you're going to have to pay for it. Like a local hospital is full of asbestos, packed with the stuff. Can't hardly do anything facilities-wise without finding some. Absolutely, but as long as it's left alone, it's fine. Encapsulated, just don't drill it or cut it. But there you go. I did hear, I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know if Simon Trains can bring this one to the fore, but on any part of the city underground, tube trains, all the underground trains, there's no way you can go where the asbestos alarms, if you had a sniffer unit, wouldn't go off, because it's just blasted through the tunnels. I did hear that. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. Our refinery is riddled with asbestos. Still have asbestos flash guards in some of our older switchgear too. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. As much as we don't like it, it does have some very good properties when it comes to resisting fire. And I wonder how many people asbestos has directly or indirectly saved from burning to death. Just a point worth remembering. Worked as asbestos remover. It's a summer job for a couple of years, hazmat suit, and all back in the late 80s, early 90s. Great pay, nasty job. It is a nasty job. Lots of scrubbing, lots of sweating, very common insulation. Old school tech now. Yes, there are other materials like Nomex, but for something you can mine out of the ground and set into various forms and use for its firefighting skills, brilliant, but just deadly if broken and breathed in. There you go. I'm not particularly supporting it, but I'm not going to throw it under the bus either. There you go. Right, let's get you down on the track, and so you can see some closer action without looking at my ugly mug, bald head, teeth on the way out. Right, let me spin you around. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. A nice bright headlight. Wobbly wobbly. And there on the back for Floyd Robbins is the Pennsylvania caboose. And while I'm off camera, cheers everybody, more beer. I hasten to add that I hope everybody has got a suitable hot or cold beverage, particularly if you're in hot temperatures at the moment. I'm very encouraged. Things seem to be running very well. Touch wood. And if anybody's taking part in the Kansas and Western competition, it's send some photos in to Alan, and he will let the people judge it. Just a close-up of what you want photo on your layout, and then a further back photo just to prove that yes, there's control units, baseboards, things pinned to the wall, just so it's not artificially made. Quite a clever idea, actually. The way he's avoided that. Yeah, very good. But yeah, it's a $50 prize, and it sounds like a good idea. So I've participated. Going to Edinburgh Zoo tomorrow with my new missus. Ooh. Nothing like a trip to the zoo. Smelly, but enlightening. I can't remember. I think the last time I went to a zoo, it was somewhere in East Anglia. Oh, that was it. It was Banham Zoo. I was putting a phone system in for them, and they gave us some free tickets. So that must have been back in the 90s, early 2000s. But I think that was the last time I actually went to a zoo. I could be wrong. So yeah, Clive would probably know about Banham Zoo. I think it's just the other side of Cambridge, I think. Yeah, taking the lagging off of steam locomotives and finding some rather nasty substances there. Yeah, don't mention it. Near Thetford. Yeah, yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, Thetford's sort of 2/3 of the way to Norwich, isn't it? Yeah, Banham Zoo, that was it. Well, it just shows you my memory is not as shot as I thought it was. Oh, and a hello to Andrew's mum as well. Very good afternoon to you, and I hope you're well and bearing up as much as you can. Bless you. We have 27 in the chat and 19 likes. So if everybody else would like to hit the little thumbs up button, I'd be most appreciative. I can't take the wife to the zoo. They might not let her out. Oh, dear, dear. Come on now, Clive. Well, I must admit, it's great to see Ben back in the chat after his Alaskan adventure. I did touch base with Ben yesterday, and he said he was sort of back at work but had some loo time, so it's in and out of work at the moment, which is no bad thing. That sort of eases you back into the electrical side of things, and it's nice to have some time off as well. Rick Trains, how are you doing, man? A very good morning to you also. Pennsy K4 with some blue box coaches, and here comes the Broadway Limited E6 pulling the coal train. Should an E6 be pulling a coal train? I don't think so. But there's only so many Pennsylvania locomotives that a limey can get hold of. And it's worth remembering, if you like American trains and you happen to live in the UK, you may as well be on the moon. Very difficult to get hold of. There are a couple of specialist shops that, but it's very much a lottery. as to whether you can get hold of something you really want. I've got no more to sell you. Yeah, thanks, Clive. What you're seeing today, all the rolling stock, apart from the caboose, which came from Floyd Robbins, has come from Clive. We did a little deal last year. Clive had the rolling stock. I had the money. We did a quick swap, and the results are astoundingly good. Thanks, Clive. Yes, Ben. Use it or lose it. Well, that's not entirely true, Clive. Once all those intermodals and things that you've been messing around with, I bet it's going to come to a point where you're going to have a dearth of them, and you'll think, maybe I don't need this many. Just remember your old mate. We now have 26 in the chat. We have 22 likes, and thank you, everybody. I think that's a suitable message that I might be on the right track. And the OVR had an estate sale yesterday. Road trip shopping. Ooh, okay. Are you okay to drive, James, or are you still on the rack, so to speak? Now, when you say oddballs, Clive, exactly what do you mean by oddballs? Are they really old stock that you can't put on your newfangled railroad? Or are they just old timers? So, James, you're okay to drive, yes? Yeah, James, don't go and do something silly and undo all the good work that's been done so far. When the doctors say take it easy, they mean take it easy. So try and keep the excitement down to a minimum. You don't want that heart of yours racing away. Sorry, James, it's afternoon here and there's a beer. Peroni, cheers. One's a Purina checkerball and the other's a UP reefer. Oh, okay. Is that UP reefer a 40-footer, Clive? And as for Purina, they make dog and cat food. Is that right? Just correct me if I'm wrong there. Because I seem to recall doing a job at a place called Arla Foods, somewhere in the east end of London. And they also had a Purina sign up on their factory. So I got a feeling, well, at that time, that Arla Foods owned Purina. Somebody put me right if I'm wrong there. Yeah, Purina Pet Foods. Yeah, that's it. Ah, Wolfsex Scenic Paul. There's Randy Paul. Hello, Paul. How are you, man? Doesn't quite rhyme the same as Randy Andy, but you know, I'll give you that one. Oh, it's owned by Nestles. Oh, okay. Well, you know what these things are like. Do you remember Golden Nuggets used to be a Nabisco product, and I think that's now owned by Nestles. In fact, I think Nestles own just about everything. I've got a squeaky wheel somewhere, you know. But finding out which one might prove difficult. It might well be, I think it might well be the caboose on the back. So I'm going to have to oil it a bit. There's Greg. Hello, Greg. Yeah, I know the chemo drugs are making you a little bit friable, Greg, but you take it easy there. I'm running Pennsy K4, and just coming from behind you any second now will be the E6 Atlantic in a very fetching gloss black with Tuscan roof. Right, let's see if I can organise some sounds. The K4 sound on is F6, I think. F6, here we go. Sorry, wrong one. I can't remember which one this is. Oh, no, that's the smoke. I'll leave it on for a while. There we go. Right, the smoke's on the E6 as it comes around. You might just see a few wisps come out. No, can't see much at all there. So that's better. But the K4 does have smoke. Hey. Yep, you should see that when it comes, it makes its way around. Phew, that's smelly. Right, here we go. Smoke should now be issuing from the K4. Anthony's off to do his kayaking. Thanks for coming, Anthony. Always great to see you. Keep your rhomboids dry. That's better. Recall. 460. Stop there. Let's get some suitable smoke into the E6. Oh, here we go. There's a nice big bottle. Proto smoke. Right, let's give that a shot. Right, let's start you moving. She's moving. Yes, she's moving. A little bit faster. And let's try finding the smoke for that one, which I think is 7. Could be. Or is it 8? 8's the sound. Yeah, lies 7 for smoke. Yep, it's smoking. Yeah, JD, I've given it a couple of blows down the old dust pipe, and that seems to have done the trick. Here comes the smoke. And there's Maura King. Hello, Maura. Hope you are well this wonderful afternoon. I hope it's not raining over there in the Emerald Isle. How are you doing? Sound, Maestro, sound. Oh, that's better. We have smoke, ladies and gentlemen. We have smoke. Duff Junction Pete, hello there. You're away in the caravan. Well, in this kind of weather, Pete, that's really where you should be. And Andy Dobson has joined the chat. A very good afternoon, Andy. I hope you're well. Or I should say, hi, Andy. You're not going to believe this, but this is what I just put in there. If you look up the top there, it says Christmas scented. Welcome to Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, good. Well, glad to hear it, Andy. The world can be a very strange place, and when things are doing well, I'm happy to live with it. Yeah. Merry Christmas, Si. There you go, Andy. Cheers. Well, it stinks of Christmas in here. I'll say this for it. The MT8 smoke really does a good job, particularly in the BLI engines. Worth remembering. That is, if you can still get hold of it. I think they call it proto smoke. I'll give you a quick reminder that 7 p.m. UK time tonight, Dwight Curley is having his weekly bash on his channel. So it'll be nice if everybody attended. Nice bright headlight on the K4. And that natty Tuscan red paint job. Very, very nice. Oh, really? Is that so, Simon? Now, I wonder where that might be. Well, I'm glad to hear it, Andy. Whatever escapades you've got up to, let's see them. It's always fun. Railways are always fun, even if you have a circle on the floor. It doesn't matter. It's all about the fun. James will tell you. let's just give you a change of aspects. There we go. Sorry, there's a little bit of daylight creeping in there to upset the frame rate of the camera. Sorry about that. It just makes it a little bit flickery. Let's just move you forward a bit. That might stop it. Here comes the 4. Smoke's starting to get a bit thin. That's it, smoke off. It couldn't be me, Pete. Here comes the K4. That's better. Root beer scented smoke. I like your style. Oh, did you like that, Pete? Hey. It's a 12 by 8 shed. So that gives you a working space of 7'10" by 11'10" inside. Forgive me for saying so, but Shedley Wood, I can't remember your first name for the life of me. So if you'd like to pop it in the chat, maybe you wouldn't like to do that. But if you want to, stick your name in the chat and everybody can then call you by your Christian name. Okay, Rob. Yes, it's a 12 by 8 shed. Are you still going to pursue your live streams? The more you get yourself out there, the more it will be known and the more viewers will pop in. Well, that's the theory anyway. Here's one for James. Toronto, Hamilton, and Buffalo, also known as tramps, hobos, and bums. Oh, that's it. A bit of silence. The sound. What's the matter with the sound? Can you hear me, Maura? No, Simon. It's been there for some time. I did originally get that signal box for the other side, but it appeared a little too small on inspection. So I decided to pop it over here for the hump shunting yard. So bit of a strange place for it, but also just behind it is the turntable. Oh, the sound from the loco. Okay. From where I was standing, the microphone bars weren't moving, and I thought, I wonder if the sound has disappeared. Yeah, I think the K4 needs a little bit of lubrication, I think. So that's something I'll be doing before it hits the box once more. I'm sure they will, Rob. I always hold my breath a little bit when doing a live stream. There's always something technical that will block your passage, as they say. But yeah, it's a lovely day to do it. Just make sure you get a bit of air in the shed first, because it was quite stifling in here when I first got in. It was up in the 80s or 90s. With the door open, though, it's settled at a nice, just around 75 to 80 degrees, and which is comfortable. Right, let me grab you. There we are. Okay, ladies and gents. Oh, I've chopped myself off in my prime. That's better. There we go. Ladies and gents, thanks ever so much for coming in and sharing a few trains on this peculiarly nice day. I mean, it really very, very light breeze, a few puffy clouds up there, nice hot sunshine. Just remind me in the winter months that we had a day like this. Really, really nice. It looks like Rob will be on. Look out for Shedley Wood Model Railway. Dino, if you could pop the site in there, or Ben, if you could pop the site in there, then everybody will know. And when it pops up, if you'd like to subscribe, Rob's got some fabulous trains, and they all run really nicely. And yeah, the more the merrier, as always. So that's all that's left of the beer. And thanks everybody for coming in. And there we go. Always run some nice trains. Well, thank you, Dave. For those that don't know, Dave is Sparky 107107, and I opened this bottle here, Sparky, with that Sparky's Great Canadian Meet and Greet 2025, which is happening pretty soon. There is Shedley Woods. Thank you, Dino, and thank you to Ben. Always great to see you in, Sparky, the man that inspired lots and lots of us to do this live thing. It was by tuning in on, I believe it was a Wednesday night. Is that right, Dave? Lurking, still on the coffee. Well, it's afternoon here, so we're on the beer. Get on the beers. Oh, that's a bit of Australian coming out there. So, ladies and gentlemen, it used to be on Wednesdays. Is that right, Sparky? It used to be on a Wednesday night, and it was quite late. Something like it started at midnight or 1 a.m. So for me, it was a bit like forbidden fruit, and I started to see all these strange names like Chasco. There was Ray Bertelson, Grandpa Rails, Jerry Satriel, as he was known back in the day. From being Boxcar Jerry. And there's loads of guys in there, James and Trackside Mike, and all of these. And I started to dip into the model railway community in America and Canada. And I thought, yeah, there's a whole new world out there, and it would be nice to be part of it. So when I managed to get my channel together and I could actually get in and actually go on the tippy tappy, it was great to be able to speak to Dave on the other side of the world. The only beer I drink is root beer. That's fine with me. Dwight, I love root beer, as long as it's a full fat version. Well, once again, thanks everybody for coming in. It's always a pleasure to get the rolling stock out and give it a run. And make sure it's thanks, Pete. It's working and maintained and gives us a bit of entertainment. Thanks everybody for coming in, and have a lovely day and enjoy your week. And I will catch up with you all very soon. I'll see you on Dwight's channel, if not on Shedley Woods' channel when it comes up. Thanks, everybody. See you soon. Adios, amigos.